Good morning, guys. It's so good to see you. I'm saying morning because it is morning that I am filming this, but good afternoon, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are across the globe. It's lovely to have your company here. This one is going to be a relatively short one. It's not going to be as long as some of the other ones because this one is all about our brand new, of course, brand new if you're watching this as of when they were launched, brand new stapper dies. Now, before we have a look at these ones here, we're going to show you how to do them into a shaker card. As always, thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. Over 3k subscribers, 3.3k subscribers. Thank you so much. It means the absolute world. If you have already as well hit that bell, then perfect, because then that just lets you know straight away whenever I upload any of these tutorials. And for those of you that do enjoy the videos that have given me the thumbs up afterwards or at any point during the tutorial, it really is appreciated as well, because it all does matter. But as I said before, this is all about our stapper dies, where we're going to show you how you can then turn them into a shaker on the front. Now, the one that I'm going to do is our rocker stapper card, but you'll be able to transfer the technique of what I'm showing you into any of the other ones that have multiple matte and layer dies. So therefore, let's go up ahead, there we are, into what we're going to be using. Now, this is the one that we're going to be using, as I say, the scalloped stapper rocker card, and I'm going to do it just in white and fuchsia, just so that you can see here how it's going to look. You can of course come along and decorate it in whichever way that you want. You can decorate it inside with the shaker elements, with using whatever you want, and as I say, color, theme and decoration, whichever way that you want. So you've got that ability then to get started, and then you can decorate, and then you can do this with any of the other ones as well. So let's get started. Let's go into our main worker die. So our main worker die, you need your large die cut machine, i.e. an A4 die cut machine. So let's set that one to the side. Let's bring in our cardstock and let's die cut it. Now, as I say, I've said previously, you know, on the last tutorial that I done, where we made that one, and also on the shows, these dies will cut without the magnetic shim. However, the reason that I still include the magnetic shim is just to enhance the score lines that you get included as well. So I'm going to go base cutting plate, frosted, magnetic, top plate. I'm just going to line the plates up to the Gemini. Now, I've not got the camera hooked up to the Gemini, but we're just running it through. That's then going to cut all of the cut lines, and then what it does is it puts in the score lines as well, where you need to score them. Really, really simple. So say you can do it without the magnetic plate, but just keeping in mind then the score lines won't be quite as enhanced as they will be with the magnetic plate. And then there we go. We've got our main rocker die. And then all that we need to do then is just start to mountain and valley folds. The front one is always a mountain, and then it's valley, mountain, valley, mountain. The center one is always a mountain, as it's peaking upwards. And then once again, mountain, so it's peaking up. Valley, as it's going down like a valley. Mountain, valley, mountain. And then we're just going to start to form these together. So just taking your time when we start to bring them together, lay that down, and then I'm just going to make sure that they're all matched into the back side, the back layer, and then we're just going to press in. I'm going to take my bone folder, giving it a really good burnish, and then I'm just going to go into all of the other layers as well. Press down, burnish, press down, press down, press down, give a burnish, and then into here as well, burnish, burnish, and burnish. So we've then got our rocker that you can see. So that's us, good to go, same front and back, so you can decorate it in the exact same way. So let's bring in our fuchsia card. So I've just taken this cardstock. This is from our Kingfisher collection. So I'm going to bring my card in, and let's go in with the actual layers itself. So that one, what I'm going to do is that will go flush onto the back there. So we're going to take that one. Let's take my scissors and then we're going to cut that. I'm going to tape that down just into there. And then while we're here, although we're not decorating it, let's still do all the side layers as well. So that's into there. Let's take our other two into there. And then we're going to take these two here and let's take another piece of white cardstock. So I want both these dies, but I just want the largest one for now, just to get the size of the card. So let's take our die and our die. If you want to do this part separate, you can absolutely do that. But as long as they are secured properly with your low tack tape or your tape, it's going to be fine. So I just want to centralize those. So that one and then that one. Move that out the way. So I'm going to bring in my frosted. I'm going to try and take out my magnetic for this one. Not sure if I will need it because they're all quite simplistic lines, but worst case scenario, I can hear it cracking on my relatively new plate, so it's all a good sign. So therefore I probably won't need the magnetic shim, but if I did, just run it through again, but with the magnetic shim. So lift that up and then here we go. Yeah, so that's going to be the back layer, and then I've got all of these for us to come along and decorate those inner sections. So there's that one, and that one, there, and then there. And then if we take that one, we've got our outer die. So that's what we're wanting. Don't need that for now, so we can move that out the way. And I don't need these either. But what we'll do once again, just while we're here, let's decorate the back. I may as well decorate the back by using our tape. So there's that one, and we can run that one through. So flip and rotate my plates, run that one through my Gemini, and then just while that's going through, all that I'm just going to do is let's take advantage of that little bit of time, and then I'm just putting all of my bits back. You guys know by now I always prefer to leave my dies on the original packaging. You've maybe got one of our storage binders, or you maybe store them in a different way, but I just like to keep them all in original packaging. So let's take all of that and let's pop that there, and then let's bring in what will be our back layer. So snipping that because I don't want to waste that. Now what I do also want is I need some acetate for my shaker. So if I bring that back in, what I need, out of the two dies that I used, I need that largest one again. So it's the medium one. So I need that one that matches the outside edge. Move it out of the way. I'm going to bring in my metal shim. I'm going to bring in some construction acetate. Let's trim down. I'm just going to tape. And then we're going to go in frosted and top plate. Now I'm also going to try it without the magnetic shim. It's acetate, so I've got a funny feeling I'm going to need it. Maybe not, I can hear that crunching sound. So I might not need my magnetic shim even with my acetate. as long you must have my metal shim. Oh no, cut perfectly. So even with our acetate, as long as you've got your metal shim and it's a simplistic shape, you don't even need your magnetic shim for that one, just your metal. That's good to know. So let's move all that. Don't think I'll need my plates again. So we can then start to construct. So let's move all these bits out the way. And let's bring in that and that. Now I'm going to go in with my red liner tape. Now my 6mm will be absolutely fine, but I'm just going to use my 3mm because it's finer. So take my scissors. So all that I want to do is make sure that I'm going all the way around the outer edge. Now at this point, it's not essential that the red liner tape meets the other piece. It's when we come to use our foam on a roll, or as I use my foam strips. So this point doesn't matter as long as you've got a really nice coverage of your red liner tape. Work it around all the way up and then into position. I'm going to take my bone folder, give that a press down. And I've, of course, as you've seen a moment ago, I've used that outer die to cut my acetate. This is really quite simple, just to stick on acetate and then trim all the way round. But by having that die, it means that you can then use your die for your acetate as well. So we're going to take these off. So let's just get underneath where we need to go. Just to pick that up. Pick that up. I'm just going to take that loose strand there and there. Let's pop all these into the bin. And then we're going to marry this up. Now, if you don't get it perfect, don't worry, because you can still come along and trim. And with the thing with this die being exactly the same, it does mean that you need to get it pretty much exact, which I haven't. I've overlapped there and round there. But we're just going to trim and take away any of that excess. Work our way round. Just following that outer edge there. And this is all that you would do if you just plop this straight onto a piece of acetate. And it's construction weight acetate I've used, but for this you could use your excess packaging, you could use your heat-proof acetate if you want to, because it's just creating that window barrier. That's all it's doing. It's not there for construction purposes. So there is our outer frame with our acetate in the middle. And then you can come in with your foam on a roll, or I like my foam strips. So we're going to take our foam strips and we're going to do exactly what we've done with our red liner. The only difference is we are going to make sure that when we come to the corners, we're going to give it a really tight mitered corner so it's going to join perfectly. So I'm going to work your way round, pressing in, making sure we're tight right against the edge of the previous one, right up against the edge, and we're just going to follow, like so. And then let's take another one. Into here, work our way up. And then let's join that last one. Like so. there we go. We've got our layer. Now I know some people will put all their shakers in there, then put another layer of acetate. I don't do it. For me, that's more of a hassle. I don't do it, but you can. It's personal choice. Let's take one of those back pieces that we've cut. Let's take our glue. Am I clogged up because I've not used this for... Oh, no, we're good. So taking my glue, and we don't need a lot whatsoever. And of course I'm using sticks too, but if you're using sticks too, or if you're using our Collal glue, you don't need a lot whatsoever. That is more than enough. So let's do that onto the back. So let me open it up to make it easier to then align. So align that up, move that in and press down. So there's our back layer, like so. And then let's take our little bits. So I'm going to add my glue there, and then I'm going to add that in. Let's open that up once again to make it easier. You can do drop shadows if you want to. Take our next piece, and we're just going to do the same with all 4 pieces. What I would also be inclined to do is the centre. Do that again, and then take the next smallest white one down, pop it inside. That can be your insert. Actually, I don't know if I've got fuchsia. I should have some fuchsia left from the Kingfisher. I might just do that. There's that one, and then there's that one here. So there's our layers that we can see, so we can start to see that coming together. What I am going to do, let's do the inside before we finish on the top. Going to have to open another pack of Kingfisher card because that was my last piece of the fuchsia. So let's take another piece. So again, we're going to use that largest outline die. So if we come back into here, so that can be the fuchsia, and then the smallest one down can be the white. So let's bring in my white. Let's just zoom out that a little bit more. Make sure as well I've got it on the right side. Give that a trim. Just a rough trim. And same at the next size down. Alternatively, for the inside, what you could do is do that largest one twice. One fuchsia, one white, and then just do a very light drop shadow. That would work if you wanted to do that. But we are doing the largest and the small. So let's tape and then tape down. Base frosted magnetic, because I don't need, sorry, top plate, base plate, frosted shim, top plate. That's what I was trying to say. I don't need the magnetic for this one. So there's our main layers. So move that out the way for now, and then move that one out the way. So let's mat and layer these together. Work our way round. Pop that one into there. And then we're just going to align it. Press more glue onto the back of the fuchsia. All the way around. Nice squiggle because we don't need much. So let's bring this back in. So that's going to be our front. So that's going to be our inside. There. So again, line that up, press in, and then there is the inside. So we'll do the front just in a second. So we've got our little panels, we've done the back, and then we've done the inside for somewhere to write as well. So let's go into that front panel once again. That is the full largest size die using the fuchsia. Work our way around. And that can go flat onto the front. I'm just going to lift that up so I can roughly get that into place, which I have done. And there we go. And then at this point, I want to try and get that as relatively flat as possible. Might actually use a plate just to keep flat. I'm also going to take all the backing off first. So get each corner, making sure the backing is off every single piece, because if it's not, then that will also help all the little bits to fall out, which we don't want. There we go. So I'm going to go in with some sequins. This is the sequence that is from our Spring Fairy collection. And let's put that into here. So I'm just going to pile a load on before I start to spread it out. That'll be fine. And let's spread that out. I'm also going to just make sure that we're kind of all in. Spread out. I'm just going to keep referring back, which will be fine there and there. Just going to push that in, push that in. I'm going to push that down. It should be fine. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to take, I absolutely love these from Sticks to micro beads. But if I pour them straight on, what will happen is they will just roll all away. So that's why I wanted to create kind of like a little channel in there for it just to be held into place. Any little bits I am just going to push in with my finger. And then once I'm happy, let's go press, making sure that it's securely pressed all the way round. And then there we go. We've got our shaker, so I'm just going to give that a shake just to level them all out. And then there we go. We've got our shaker. Let's just get them bits going. There we go. That's it. There's your shaker. Got the shaker within that rocker stepper card, and that's the same way in which you can do your shakers with any of the other ones as well that have kind of like 2 or 3 of the matte and layer dies. So front ready for you to decorate. There's the inside, there's the back as well, and then there is your shaker. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Here we go, let's bring that back in again just so you can see, get rid of the reflection. I can't even say it. the light bouncing off. Why can't I say that word? Reflection, that's the word. Shakers are always hard to show because you don't want to move, but then you need to move to show the actual shaker. Anyway, there you go. You've got your rocker, stepper, shaker card for you to decorate. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Of course, do feel free to share any of my YouTube tutorials that I do, and also give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well, because it is really appreciated. But I will be back very, very soon once again here on my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, where well, yes, I've got something in mind for the next one, but you'll just need to stay tuned. Thank you once again. Take care, and I will see you soon here on my YouTube channel. Bye.